steps. The first chapter was take charge. That means I have to own up responsibility of my own life. In that, following pointers were given. Goal of life is having a happy life and a successful life. Only two things we have to do for this: face life and make life happen. Because we have to face the situations, and then from that situation itself, we have to create our future. No one can live our life. We have to live our own life. Other people can give us food, but we have to digest others, and we can only help each other. What comes in the way in giving and receiving is the ego. And we have to really put efforts to make things happen and to make our life successful and happy. Because God has given us everything, we have to put efforts to do that. So that was chapter number 1. Chapter 2 is perform to potential. In that, Guruji has given the first sutra, said that all people are capable and eligible for success and creating happiness. Because we have got one unique thing which is not available for any species, including Devatas, is the freedom, choice. So in the last session, we saw freedom of knowledge, desire, and speech. And this freedom we must use for our own upliftment and not for our destruction. And the last sutra we saw last time was the treasure and key is with us only. We have to become aware. Or someone has to remind us, like how Hanumanji was reminded by Jambuvanji. So, to reinforce that we have this freedom, Guruji has given one more verse in detail. That what is the kind of freedom we have? And here again the 4 tips are given to us. Body, mind, intellect, and senses. So here Guruji is asking one question, that we have been given now the potential to perform, but are we performing to our potential? So there are 2 things. Either we have to become aware now with Guruji's this Jivan Sutrani, or somebody has to come there and remind us that you have got this freedom. Like we all know, when Hanumanji was standing on that Rameshwaram beach and he thought he cannot go there and then come back also, Jambuvanji came and reminded him that your life is made for this. And then he jumped because he got something. He was reminded of his all strengths, and then we can see all the miracles happening. So, Vidya, can you chant the 6th verse? So we can see here, Guruji is giving us the strengths again. 3 reminders are already come now. Reinforcement of the same, because many times Guruji has said in his commentary that many people believe that I am not made to be successful. I am made to be failure. I am not as good as other people. I'm not lucky. So he says that that's the reason one more sutra is added here to tell us again that we have this potential and we have to become aware. And now Guruji is reminding us that you become aware today and then start using this kind of potential to perform to your optimal level. So what is this sutra? 6th verse, Vidya, can you chant or read?
Yeah. Shaktayastu kaya vang manobuddhi sthita bahis sadhana bhutascha. Shaktayastu kaya vang manobuddhi sthita bahis sadhana bhutascha.
So here Guruji has given us 4 areas which are given to us, and now it is our choice how we use our body, kaya, how we use our senses here to reinforce again among all senses. He says Vacha is very powerful because through Vacha itself, I can create beautiful relationships, I can create prosperity, and mind and again intellect. So, again, four are there. So, we'll just go through what this four means, and then one seventh sutra is going to come, which is so powerful in this sequence that all this potential can get manifested if this is there. So that we will see next seventh sutra. But let us cover this four. And then he says that there are two things. We have also got body, speech, mind, and intellect, and we also got
Can you be
Bahi
a little
Sadhan
louder,
Bhutasha.
Prasad?
Huh?
Can you be a little louder? I think कम हो गया आवाज.
आवाज कम हो गया?
Hmm.
Okay. So there are two things what are available. One is body, one is speech, one is mind, one is buddhi. And the second thing what is given is Bahi Sadhana Bhutasha. That means the external world is given to enjoy. Acha, the volume is not there. No, you are not able to hear properly.
It's there, sir. I'm able to hear.
Yeah, it's there. So all external
No,
means
it
are
is
there
yes,
and
Vidya, you have
internal.
put a earphone.
Yeah, I
Ah,
have headphones on.
ah.
Yeah.
So here Guruji is referring that Lord has given us two things. One is internally, He has given us a body, He has given the freedom of speech, freedom to feel lot of emotion, freedom to think, and then He's also given a world to enjoy and check all our potentials because there has to be some platform to check. Many people say, I'm not having platform to express my powers, express my potential. So there is world to enjoy, and the world comprises of situations, people, and objects. And the fourth one is nature. So Bahi Sadhana Bhutasha. So now there are two things. So we will see that in order that what is Kaya, Vacha, Mano, Buddhi. These are the four powers given to us, and in that four powers we are given freedom. So first is Kaya, physical potential. Health is wealth. We have discussed this many times. Diet, exercise, sleep is very, very important. Actually, many people say that they have no time for health because there are so many duties they have to do in life. But our first duty is for ourselves. And especially Guruji says that for spiritual sadhak, health is very, very important because to meditate, I need help. To do selfless service, I need help. To go to temple, to go to yatra, we need help. And then he says that that's the reason earlier yogis or earlier people used to do a lot of yogic practices. We have seen that unbelievable things they used to do with their body. So isn't it wonderful that we have the world and we have the senses to see that? And then we have the organs of actions to go around and do whatever we want to. See the world, travel there. You can experience the sight, we can experience the vision, we can experience the form, we can experience the touch, smell, etc., etc. So I think we have to contemplate on this that such a beautiful instrument is given, but we mostly abuse the instrument rather than use the instrument. And we have to have our first duty that we remain fit in whatever condition, whatever lifestyle we are having, we must remain healthy and fit. That's the first freedom what we have to exercise. The second is Vacha, what to say. We can actually have the entire session on speech. I had created a lot of things, but now I'm not going to say that because we have covered that recently in Bhagavad Gita and other classes. So Vacha, this is a very, 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 very important factor and freedom given to us. They say that on tongue there must be sugar, in brain there must be ice, and then all The entire world is at your feet. If I can keep my speech sweet, if I can keep my brain or buddhi equanimous, then the world comes to us. Actually, suppose we make our speech sweet, actually world would want to come to us and meet us and have relationships and have friendship. One of the factor where people go away or people don't like us many times, it is not because of actions or various things, it is because of the words or the freedom of speech what we use. Most powerful organ, Guruji says, among all the senses we have. We have the power to hypnotize others, we have the power to inspire others, we have the power to instigate others, or we can use speech to demoralize or kill somebody's self-esteem. So I have to really master this one area which Lord has given us freedom, and we have to think, and we should not say, I don't care because I speak Satya. I speak what is there, but in Taittiriya Upanishad also, it has been mentioned, various saints also have mentioned, we can see this. So this we have discussed in detail. So we'll just refer to those golden pointers what our Upanishads, our saints have mentioned. Taittiriya Upanishad has said, Satyam bruyat, na bruyat, priyam apriyam. Do not speak something what is apriya to others. We should not speak something which will make other people feel bad or other people's self-esteem is down, will make self-esteem down, or we should not speak something which other person is not motivated or inspired to listen to that. Even if we don't like certain things, we must keep quiet because it is better to speak something what other person likes. So one of the rule is that we should not speak what we like. We should speak what other person likes to hear. And mostly, suppose I understand this and ask that question that what do I like to hear from other people? No, I like to hear when people appreciate. There are many people who put something, or when we put a song, when we put some kind of drawing, when we put some kind of our own creation, don't we like other people appreciating? Definitely we like. We must not say that I have reached godhood and I am indifferent to appreciations and likes, because God also says that I also like when you appreciate me. Rudram Chamakam, you say, you take my name 100 times, you say that you are so beautiful, and half of the songs in all literature are describing Lord's form. So this is a very interesting point. In all literature, half of them are there in explaining Lord's beautiful form. So Lord also says that these forms are created by me, you should appreciate. And once I learn God to appreciate, I can appreciate other people. So it is very important when we meet each other, we must focus on something good of the person, that, you're looking good today, you're looking energetic today, you're looking very vibrant today. Most of the time, when somebody is looking very nice, we won't say that, but we would say, today you're looking dull, today you're looking sleepy, today you're looking tired. Many people I have seen that first sentence when they meet is that first they will identify something which the other person may not like, because who would like to hear that I'm looking dull? Even though I'm looking dull, so what? You should not say it. And what are you going to change about my dullness and my tiredness? Many people have seen first sentence after meeting, you looking dull, you're looking tired, you're looking, what happened to you? Your tabiyat to theek hai. These are all negative starters in communication. Why to say that? Satyam bruyat, no, but it is true, no? But here, Taittiriya Upanishad says, Satyam bruyat, priyam bruyat. We must speak which is pleasant to hear to other person. Very, 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 very important pointer for practice. This is a pointer of practice because we have got into habit of interacting with each other. And even if it is artificial, this also many people have asked me whenever I say this particular thing, that appreciate more, criticize less. Then somebody has, many people here in training program ask me that, don't you think that artificial appreciation is not appropriate? According to me, even if it is artificial, the other person would like it. Rather than saying reality that you are looking so boring today and this dress is looking so bad, unless and until you are some what do you call beautician, and you are some fashion designer, and you have some kind of expertise, you have some degree in some fashion designing, why should we comment on other person's dress? Because there is a 2 years course in Paris and in London and world over about fashion designing. We must talk about Vedanta. Simple, because I have studied Vedanta, nothing else we know. Vedanta, a little bit I know, so we must talk. And we must quote all this kind of, uh, sayings from Taittiriya Upanishad, from these saints, from that saint. It becomes very interesting. One of my favorite saint is this Kabir. ऐसी वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए औरन को शीतल करे आपहु शीतल होए. This we have discussed many times, but this we must by heart. That ऐसी वाणी बोलिए मन का आपा खोए. When I speak to other person, my ego reduces. Very important one. Normally, whenever we talk indirectly, I am enhancing my ego. And औरन को शीतल करे, other person feels pleasant and nice, and I also feel good about myself. So very important one, that in my presence, how I make other person feel, and with that transaction, how do I feel about myself? Ramdas Swami says, "Bole taisa chale, tachi vandavi pavile." That means whatever I'm going to speak, I must follow it. Do not walk your talk. So this is all about vacha, because Guruji has given very high importance that this I must master. Then the third is mind. So I think we all know, but those who have not attended self-unfoldment or Tattva Bodh, mind definition is flow of thoughts. Location of mind is entire body. Function of mind is to feel emotions. And we can feel deepest and sensitive emotions, and thousand things mind can do simultaneously, Guruji says, that we are not recognizing the power of the mind. One of the things what we can do today is that we can make a list of emotions we feel. Basically, there are 13 emotions, 1, 3. Pleasant emotions are 4, and unpleasant emotions are 9. And that's the reason now this is on homework. And I know Vidya will write all these emotions in the summary. So some homework for her. And this we have discussed. What are the pleasant 4 emotions and what are the unpleasant 9 emotions? So definitely we see that the unpleasant emotions are double of pleasant emotion. That is the significance of Mahabharat war. Because for us to become positive minded, it is very easy to say become positive minded. We have to really work hard, because the pleasant emotions are only 4. You can think which 4. I'm not going to tell, and you have to wait for Vidya to write that which are those 4 and what are the unpleasant emotion. And then we see from morning to evening what kind of emotions we experience deep within. Most of the time it will be anxiety, fear, irritation, frustration. So I've already told 4 unpleasant emotions. There are other 5 very powerful ones. And then they say that the positive emotion must be 3 times powerful than the negative emotion. Then my mind will start experiencing pleasantness. And very important pointer here, and I'm going to say twice. Emotions become greater and powerful by expressing those emotions. Suppose I experience happiness, my happiness will grow. Suppose I express anger will grow. So one of the Mahavakyas of emotion is what? Emotions do not grow by experiencing it. Emotions grow by expressing it. Suppose I go and express this emotion to 10 people, that emotion will grow in myself. Suppose I express anger will grow. Suppose I express fear will grow. But suppose I express love and happiness will grow inside me. So this I have the freedom to choose now pleasant emotion, unpleasant emotion. So given a choice, which emotion I will select is very, very important. And every day we must put alarm in our mobile phone or in our watch that every 1 hour the alarm will go and it will remind us that I have chosen happiness to experience deep within. No other emotion can stay for long in my own mind because it's my own mind. I have the freedom, I have the choice to select my own emotions because I select my food, I select what to wear, I select where to stay, I select what to do. So I will select what happens inside me also. But most of us are interested to select and very, very choosy about what is outside me. But what is inside me also, I have to choose. Anyhow, this I have already given. I forgot that I had written it down. So it is there. So what are pleasant emotion? Peace, happiness, compassion, love. 4 are pleasant emotions. And unpleasant emotions are anger, fear, jealousy, hatred, revenge, irritation, frustration, anxiety, disgust, sadness. So our homework is what, morning to evening, we must start out of these 13 emotions. What emotions I experience? Which emotion? Most people who I'm interacted is experience anxiety. Then anxiety goes, irritation comes for some time. Then frustration comes. In between, for 0.1%, 1% peace comes or happiness comes. Then again, fear comes and anger comes, jealousy comes. Sadness is perennially there at the background. So then what is my inner quality of life? Here Guruji says that we are having a choice now. We are having freedom to choose. We have the freedom to choose and keep our mind pleasant or unpleasant. That is my responsibility, not somebody else's responsibility. From today, I will not give power to destroy my emotion to my family, to my situation, to my seniors, in office, my boss, at home, mother-in-law, father-in-law, spouse, children, my emotions, I will decide. And the fourth one is buddhi, intellect. What can we say of buddhi? Guruji says that this is one of the greatest power what Lord has given to us. Power for judgment, power of creativity, power of imagination, power of comparison, power of analysis, power of logic, power of rational, power of discrimination, power of reason. So if you have not done self-unfoldment, these are all there. That buddhi is the buddhi's function is, these are the functions of the buddhi: to judge, to create, imagine, compare, analysis, logic, apply logic. Logic is cause and effect, rational, discriminative power, and reason. And all these things are not there as a function of mind. So emotions have no logic. Emotions have no reason. Emotions are not judgmental because anything this emotion might come. Emotion have no discriminative power. And that is where the war happens between emotions, my mana and my buddhi. And that's the reason they say love is blind. Why I love blue over yellow, no idea. Why I like coffee over tea, no idea. No logic. Why I like this person over that person, no logic. The more I start giving reason, the emotion will go down. So very interesting factor that there are two factors there in our system, buddhi and mana, and functionally they are opposite. And that's the reason we must train our buddhi. And now next verse Guruji has taken so powerfully, that because buddhi will judge properly, have a proper reason, have a proper rationale, have a proper logic, if this is going to be there for buddhi. If this is not available for the buddhi, then buddhi will become slave of the mind. Sky is limit for thinking, Guruji says. And Tukaram Maharaj says that nahi nirmala jivan kai karil saban. Only putting perfume and using nice, when that advertisement comes of Lux, we see so many heroines and heroes doing, using that Lux soap. So here Tukaram Maharaj says, Nahi nirmala jivan काय करील साबण तैसे चित्त शुद्धी नाही तेथे बोध करील काही. म्हणजे wherever there is no chitta shuddhi, wherever the mind is not pure, then whatever Vedantic knowledge the buddhi will have, it will not be effective. So very, very powerful statement here that many people say, I know so many things, but it is not making any difference to me. It is not giving me results because my mind is not pure yet. Pure means 6 impurities are still there. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. So what is the law of life? Law of life is that inside controls the outside. Yatha drushti, tatha srushti. There is a drushti, srushti, vada in the higher text of Vedanta. There it has been proven logically that our srushti depends upon our drushti. And our drushti will depend upon many things. What is my, now it is going to come. So I have to fine tune my drushti and my vision will change, my transaction will change, and then I can create success and happiness. So here 4 factors are given for analysis. But when do this potential starts manifesting? This is a wonderful topic what Guruji has taken now. And many people who are into spiritual sadhana think that this is not the topic for them. But here Guruji has already told in the first session itself that this Jivan Sutrani is for spiritual sadhaks. More, not only professional sadhaks. So here one question is asked that, okay, you say that there are 4 potential possibilities we have to tap, that is man, buddhi, kaya and vacha. I have to use this to maximum. But when they start manifesting their potential to maximum, what is the secret? So then we come to the 7th verse. Vidya, can you chant?
Yeah. तासाम् अभिव्यक्त्यर्थं तु जीवने श्रेष्ठं लक्ष्यम् आवश्यकम् तासाम् अभिव्यक्त्यर्थं तु जीवने श्रेष्ठं लक्ष्यम् आवश्यकम्.
So what is avashyakta of, what is the prerequisite or requirement for all this potential to manifest is very, very important. Here Guruji has given the greatest secret is that we must have a great goal in life. Shreshtham and Laksham. That is necessary for this potential to manifest. But to manifest this available potential, a great goal is necessary. Now, many spiritual sadhaks say that no, I do not have, this is talking about for professional people, those who have business, those who have, job, they must have goals. For a spiritual sadhak, why a great goal is required? Here, it has been mentioned by Gurudev Adi Shankaracharya that our mind goes naturally towards a thing when there is a goal, and suppose we love that goal, when that love is created for that particular goal, the mind will gravitate, the buddhi will hold on to that goal, and we will identify that with that goal, and then other further process becomes very, very easy for us. Mostly we think goal setting is for business and professional people, but here Guruji has asked some important questions. What is the importance of having a goal in life? Number one question. And what is the importance of having the right goal in life? This is so very, important question to ask. This question only Guruji can put because the way he is thinking and giving us is so clear in the process. So first of all, do I have a goal in life? And do I have a right goal in life? Who will decide? And the next questions are super powerful because that is a explanation what is given in the next sutra. What are the roles we play in life? Because for every goal, there has to be a role. Do we have a goal for every role we play? So what are examples? I play the role of wife. Acha, wife is a role, it is not my identity. Husband is a role, it is not my identity. Manager is a role, it is not my identity. Subordinate is a role, it is not my identity. Daughter-in-law is a role, it is not my identity. Father-in-law is a role. Grandmother is a role, it is a role like Amitabh Bachchan plays for some time and then shifts into another role. But somebody becomes grandmother and then for everybody she becomes grandmother only. To husband also she is grandmother. For neighbor also she becomes grandmother. Anybody comes, she becomes grandmother only. For her friend also she start advising and talking like grandmother or grandfather only, because we don't change roles, because we don't think that this is only a role to be played for some time. I must master the role. Very, 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 very important point what Guruji is giving, and he is going to give one secret that what is our role, what we are playing, and what is the goal of that role. What is the goal of a wife? What is the goal of an husband? What is the goal of mother-in-law? What is the goal of father-in-law? What is the goal of a son? What is the goal of a daughter? What is the goal of a manager? What is the goal of a neighbor? What is the goal of a subordinate? So very, very important questions. And then he says later on very interestingly that spiritual sadhak also must become our role, and that must become our first role, and all other roles must follow that role. Then spiritual life progresses. So I'm inviting all of you to contemplate on this topic. What is my primary role? What is my secondary role? And then Guruji is going to give us a beautiful analogy of primary goal, secondary goal, ultimate goal. But even roles are primary, secondary, ultimate. For most of us, I am a husband is a primary goal. Then I become daughter-in-law, father-in-law, and then last me in between somewhere I am a spiritual sadhak. Spiritual sadhak also is a role. For that there is a goal. So he says, what is the importance of this? He gives a very beautiful example. Both tiger and deer get up in the morning and run for their life. Both have to run fast and run for their life, and then only they can be survived. If this is not clear, he gives a very interesting little humorous drushtanta that one police caught a thief, and then when he was taking him to the jail, the thief ran away. So police ran behind him, but the thief ran away, and then police came back empty-handed. His boss, inspector, asked him that, where is the thief? He told he ran away. So you couldn't catch him? He told no. The inspector asked him why? He told he ran for his life. I ran for my duty. Very, very interesting. When our survival comes, like the deer and tiger, they run. If we can see some YouTube videos how a cheetah runs and catches a deer, it is amazing. And if the cheetah is not able to catch the deer in one run, the cheetah has to just sit whole day. The cheetah cannot catch another deer. Next day or maybe third day, the cheetah only can run, tiger can run, because so much of energy goes into that running. So they have to be successful first time. And many times they are not able to catch because both run for their life. And there are so many stories here that unless and until the goal is high and we have an intense goal, we will not give our best. Same example of Vivekananda, that one person told that, when will I achieve moksha? And then he took that person to the river and put his head down, and then person was gasping for his breath, and then we left him. He asked him that, what did you require when you were inside? He told, definitely air. How intensely you require? He told, it was question of my life and death. He told, when that realization will become the question of your life and death, then you will get moksha. Right now, it is a part-time entertainment, intellectual entertainment going on. It has not become life and death situation for me. So now, how much time is there? 2 minutes. So this we'll cover very interestingly. What is the role of goal in manifesting our potential? Reason number one. He says when the goal is high, our potential comes out. Like when we have to reach our neighbor's house and when we have to reach Kailas, the amount of efforts what we put are much higher. When Guruji gives his example, lifting a book and lifting a gold medal, the efforts are huge. What a beautiful example. Like the moment the goal changes, my effort changes. From home, I have to go to the market. Okay, I can go to the market and come back. But even if I have to go to USA, so much of effort is required, planning is required. Rule, the higher the goal, the greater is the potential we manifest. Reason number two, in higher goal, no, very interestingly, in half a minute, we'll cover next class. We will maybe reflect on this more. Why we normally are not interested to take higher goals in life? Because we can have lot of obstacles. And because we are scared of obstacles, we don't want to take higher goals. Guruji says here, and a very, very important, very, very subtle point, that only when we come across obstacles, we grow. And one of the very powerful statement of Edmund Hillary is that I did not conquer Mount Everest. Edmund Hillary is one of the first person to go on the Mount Everest. He told, I did not conquer Mount Everest, I conquered myself. And I was so happy because I used this sentence here in adventure, that you're not going rappelling and wall climbing and all this adventure. This adventure is not to conquer the mountain. This adventure is done for conquering yourself. No, I'm not interested in all these things. That means I'm not interested in conquering myself. So obstacles are there and will be there in any goal, and those obstacles actually make us grow. That is a Siddhanta. Pujya Gurudev also, next time we will see this video, keep the goal so high that you will never reach. This is his statement, and next class we will see this video, very powerful video. Reaching the goal is not the goal, but striving to achieve the goal is the goal, because when we strive to achieve the goal, we grow. When we overcome any obstacle, we grow. When we are trying to reach there, in that reaching, we grow. After achieving, we may become stagnant. So what is the essence of 7th Sutra? Goals enable us to perform to our potential. If I do not have a higher goal, then from morning to evening, I only think about breakfast, lunch, dinner. What is the next work I have to do? What is the next work I have to do? What is the next work I have to do? And then whole life goes on. So what is my high goal? And now Guruji is going to simplify it. And the next 2-3 sutras are super brilliant. How he has analyzed the entire goal setting process for a spiritual sadhak. And he has given us Vedantic analogy for that. So with that, we will complete the announcement which was done yesterday. The same announcement we are having on 1st of October, Lalita Sahasranam. And the timing you can see